Governor Otti orders arrest, detention of Navy officers caught flogging girls, stealing their phones. Can you imagine? Oh, wow. So, some Navy officers or Navy personnel in Abia were caught flogging some girls and taking their phones. This is a very bad one. How did they get there? What took them there? Governor Alex Otti has ordered the arrest of the officers of the Nigerian Navy caught on CCTV camera flogging young girls with sticks and stealing their phones in the saloon in Abia State. The Deputy Chief of Staff to Governor Otti, Mr. Nedu AKK, disclosed this on Thursday, saying that the rogue soldiers are currently in detention. News Band had earlier reported that the Navy officers who are members of Operation Flush, recently set up in the state by the governor, manhandled the girls while one of them stole their phones afterwards. Reports has it that Governor Otti has handled that case as 3 hillocks of military police came to the saloon and made sure the pregnant worker who was assaulted by the rogue naval officers was taken to hospital for proper care. Mr. AKK reported earlier today His Excellency Dr. Alex Otti had instructed so after a group call I had with him and the Navy captain in charge of the naval base, the government house in Umuahia. This incident happened in Abia. Wow. I can confirm that the naval personnel are in detention. The commanding officer of the naval base has confirmed to us his sadness at the action of his men. Of course, Governor Otti has insisted on severe punishment, and that will happen. So, on whether the same people who assaulted the shop workers returned again this morning, it was a set of army personnel who did, and those ones are also currently in detention. Here is the full story. 2 days ago, a group of naval personnel invaded a hair salon and ordered everyone, hairdressers and clients alike, to lay on the floor. They obeyed. Then the naval personnel began assaulting them, and when they finished, one of them left with a phone. Shortly after the owner of the phone, a female customer started looking for her phone. Apparently, in the confusion that ensued whilst the naval officers assaulted everyone, she believed one of the barbers had made away with her phone. The shop manager then decided to go check the CCTV footage and saw that it was a naval officer who took the phone. So this customer it turns out, has a friend in the army just at a nearby formation, Ngwa High School, and she ran to the soldiers and complained to them. So the soldiers intercepted the naval personnel and helped the lady retrieve her phone. Then, this morning, the soldiers somehow got to hear that this video of Tuesday's incident was trending on social media and got angry. So they believe they were possibly the ones seen in the footage. So they returned to the shop and ordered the shop operators to lock up everywhere. So they also ordered the 2 barbers they saw there to jump into a car parked outside. So the shop manager went to inquire about their offense to warrant such treatment, and one of the soldiers slapped him. So the commanding officer of the battalion from where the soldiers came was leaving when he heard the story. So I spoke with him and conveyed to him His Excellency Dr. Alex Otti clear stand on the matter, that the personnel involved must be severely punished to deter others from committing such acts in the future. Governor Otti's assurance to everyone is that justice will be done. We thank everyone who called our attention to this and assure you that ours is a government that is intentional about a functional partnership with the citizens. It's a very good one. Very good example from a governor who is actually in charge of the state affairs, who is also the chief security officer of the state. I think this is a very good development that other governors should emulate, because you cannot just be become a tyrant overnight for no reason. Okay, you came to a saloon and you just harassed people. You don't have basis for that. And the next thing is you start flogging and you take away. If not, there was CCTV, probably all this story would have just ended without any proof. But thank God for CCTV that caught all the footage, and then it's being handled normally. And thank God for a governor who also has conscience, who is ready to implement rule of law and to ensure there is justice for the common man. Oh, wow. This is harassment, the real animal farm, where big animals prey on small animals. So people are reacting and people are making comments on this. Let's hear some people. Someone say an act of cowardice for the security men flexing their muscles among civilian population rather than the front lines. You can't kill God's own people without paying a price. Hating the Igbos is like hating your creator. When the appointed time for freedom matures, it will be a fruitless effort waging the flood from a broken dam. Okay, learn your lesson from Israel and Palestinian war. The PM quoted the Bible where God ordered them. Quoted the Bible where God ordered them to kill the Amalek, spare no man or woman, even the suckling babies and oxen be warned. Maybe smart, Israeli Prime Minister quoted that Old Testament where God ordered them to kill the Amalek. And so that is exactly what they're doing. Obviously, thanks to the governor of Abia State for not ignoring this evil attitude of these officers. It will make others to desist from such evil acts. It is a good one. Some say when they post them to Sambisa Forest, they will escape or resign, but they will only have strength when dealing with unarmed civilians. Cowards. From the Abia, the Lord heard your voice, and now Otti is really doing the needful things to make your state rejoice. Please, we Imo people who have seen sufferings due to wicked politicians and bad government since after Mbakwe's ruling, our governors after governor have placed Imo people in a state of uncertainty, okay, weeping and gnashing of teeth due wicked politicians and governors one after the other. Imo people who by today must have been looking like little London is really not like that. Oh, wow. So they're comparing Abia with Imo. The government of Hupu Zodima is very, very terrible in Imo State, and it's becoming very unbearable for the people. Very unbearable for the people, I tell you. And somebody said that's why I like police in some ways. Like this, if they were police officers, they will be dismissed outrightly from the force, as it happened sometimes like this year in Port Harcourt. The Nigerian military serving in the southeast are not there for security, but to abuse and extort the people. That's responsible for their poor performance. I'm surprised the senior officers that should monitor the conduct of men on duty are failing in their duty. Let us be allowed to, when such act is going on in our roads, to make use of our phones to do the needful, so as to make impact to eradicate the thieves on our road in the name of keeping vigilance. Long live our governor, Alex Otti, the people's governor. That was smart, So people are happy with Alex Otti's performance. I will just hope that he will sustain it, that he will not change one thing like other politicians. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comments.